This is Johan Van Aarde, social entrepreneur, health and fitness coach, and professional network marketer. You would say, what does this have to do with teaching business or teaching about business? It's very important to be healthy and have really good health. And one of the ways to do that is to eat high quality food and to make it very tasty so that you are not looking in other places for those nutrients or trying to find that other taste somewhere else by ordering so many things. So this is what I do. Here you can see I've got 2 T-bone steaks. They are grass-fed, and the reason I use grass-fed is that because the quality of the fats, the CLA fats, you can Google that, CLA, are much higher, and the omegas, the good omegas we need, the omega-3s, are much higher than grain-fed animals. Most animals, especially the grazing ones, were never designed to eat grain or a lot of grain. The most grain they would ever get in was in pastures when it got to the end of the season and it would start making seed, right? And they would eat some of that. So my wife just got home, so I'm making that for her. She looks beautiful tonight. So this is what we do. To moisten it a little bit and to give it a little bit of extra flavor, I use something called liquid aminos. If you've never heard of it, it's made from soy, and although I don't like using soy products, this is organic soy and fermented soy, and then it is safe for you. So I sprinkle that over, and I just kind of get the surface a little bit wet. And then this is one of my secret tricks of the trade, Worcestershire sauce, and I specifically like this brand, Leah and Perrin's of Worcestershire sauce. So I also sprinkle a little bit of this on the steak on both sides. So now I flip it, make sure I get it nice and moist on both sides. Let's see if I can. You guys have seen enough of me. Thank you. You think this is funny, Kylie's? Well, you know, you will never ever eat steak in a restaurant ever again after you do it this way. So if I deliver any value to you guys, please give me some hearts. You know, it's kind of like Facebook likes, and it shows me that I'm giving you value. Also, thank you, Cherry. Yeah, thanks for the hearts. I appreciate that. And also, guys, please swipe left or right, up or down, depending on your device, and share it to Facebook, share it to Twitter. You just hit those buttons and hit share, and we'll share that, and also share it with your followers. So let's go. I'm going to show you what I do here. How can I make good grades? Sleep enough, work out, be persistent, take enough breaks. All right, so somehow okay, listen guys, I'm just gonna do it like this. Major key, I'm just gonna, all right? So the first spice that I use, I like black pepper. So I just use a good black pepper. If you can get it out of a grinder, even better. So I sprinkle a little bit on there. Then here is one of the kind of spice that I use. I absolutely love the spices from Aloha Spice Company from Kauai, and I use 3 different kinds on this steak. This is the Aloha Prime Steak Seasoning, and these seasonings are organic. Very rich, very high in flavor. You don't have to use a lot, and you will see that I don't use any salt. There's a little bit of salt in these spices. So I go and I sprinkle a little bit of this on there. Then I take and sprinkle a little bit of that, not very much, on. Let me do that. And then I go, and this to me is the most important one of all, and this I use more generously. This is Uncle Luau's coffee rub, all from the same company. It's got a real nice barbecue type flavor, and just a faintest hint of coffee, and I tell you what, it's wonderful with the steak. My as well as anybody who's had steak with me, because of the flavoring that I use, and because the type of meat that I buy, the high quality meat, and because I cook it on a wood fire. And then this right here is coriander. If you haven't heard of it before, it's not a common spice in America, but you can buy it anywhere, especially at stores that sell specialty foods. Coriander, make sure your coriander is roasted, and you grind it. And then I sprinkle a little bit of this on there. So now that I got my seasonings on here, this is what I do. You see, I take this fork and I kind of massage this into the meat just a little bit. All right, and then I take some oil. I normally use macadamia oil, and I sprinkle a little bit of oil all over, and then I flip this. So why do I sprinkle oil on it? Because when I put it on the wood fire and there's flames, it drags the flames up to it even more, and I can really sear it. And then, of course, I flip these steaks and I do it on the other side, and then I sear it. Right here you will see my fire burning. It's not very far from being ready. So this is me back again. So, you know, I'm gonna cook it on there about a minute on each side, and depending how you like it, anything from 3 to 4 minutes. The grill that I use is adjustable in height, so I can control the temperature. So typically a minute on each side in the flames, and totally sear that. I flipped my phone around the other way, so now I keep wanting to look at the camera on the right side and not on the left. And so I sear it, and then I cook it about maybe 6 to 8 inches off, up above the coals, the embers, and I do that about 3 minutes on each side, and it comes up to me, according to me, what a steak should be: perfectly medium rare. Again, if I gave you some value, please share it, and please give me some hearts. So let's just recap real quick what I used. Okay, we got the camera flipped. So I used Bragg's organic liquid aminos. It's more commonly available, but what I really prefer is the coconut aminos, which is a little bit sweeter and really good, but it's not as commonly available. Then I mentioned Leon Perrin's Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, a little bit of the Aloha prime steak, a little bit of the Aloha coffee rub, more generously the Luau coffee rub, and then what any meat and fish in my book should have on it, coriander. So there he goes. Throw me a few more. My Periscope on social media after we're done. Have a great night. Have a great Shabbat to my Jewish and Christian Messianic friends, and have a wonderful rest this weekend. God bless.